I was gonna go is that we've seen this. Are you taping now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You want to restate the question, or?
Well, do you think that like people will be leaning towards one candidate for one policy more? And
I do
different
believe
for
this
each
campaign is somewhat unique over other campaigns. We've been hearing about this growing group of independents or moderates
Right.
that more Americans are identifying as being moderate or independent as opposed to Democrats or Republicans.
Mm-hmm.
This election, because there is a stark difference in these two candidates.
Yeah.
Many elections, both of the parties try to get to this large group of people in the middle and thus become where they almost look like each other.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard to discern the difference between the two parties. This election, you do have a clear choice
Right.
in differences. So, how does that change the election? This election is more about getting your base of support energized and enthused so they'll go out to vote.
Mm-hmm.
We know there are more people that fall under the Democratic umbrella. Women tend to be Democrats, liberals. Minority groups tend to be more liberal. Young people tend to be more liberal.
Right.
On the other side, older males,
Mm-hmm.
senior citizens tend to be more conservative in their leaning. If everybody in America voted, Democrats would win almost every election because there's more people that fall in. Those are also the groups that tend to vote less.
Yeah.
So the challenge for Democrats has always been to get people to the polls to vote, which President Obama did in record numbers in 2008. Young people voted at the highest levels we've seen them vote at. Minorities voted at the highest level. And they're almost all large percentages of voting for Obama. So can he still energize? For instance, average cost of a college education, public four-year education has gone up 28%. Put that in real dollars, it used to cost $60,000 to go to college 4 years when Obama won office. Today it's costing you $78,000. So will those young people still feel enthused to vote for him?
Right.
On the other hand, when Romney has a good debate performance like we saw the other night, that rallies his group.
Mm-hmm.
His group isn't, if they're not rallied, going to go vote for Obama. They just might not vote.
Right.
So this is what I term a mobilization election. Which group can get their people out to vote? And Romney's performance in the debate was very helpful because that created new energy. And those people really need to vote. Can Obama, gas prices are more than twice as high. I've talked on college education has gone up in cost. You've got median income has dropped $4,000 since he became president. Will the groups that traditionally have supported him in the past, in 2008, will they turn out to vote at high numbers? So instead of both candidates looking to appeal to the middle and becoming almost the same, this election sees stark differences where will each side be able to get their people out to vote. And then one last thing there that I think is really important to note, most states don't have same-day registration. So a good deal of getting those people registered to vote. They have to register earlier than the same day. Minnesota, we take for granted because we allow you to register and vote the same day. Only 4 states in the union do that. So energy that's created from this point forward in terms of new voters isn't going to do a lot because those people had to be registered. In Ohio, for instance, if you were not registered by yesterday, you can't vote in this election. So again, some of the things that will happen in the future won't play as big a part. That's why that last debate was so important for Romney to get some energy going.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I think we're